Welcome to Aging with Confidence. My name is Bob Smith. I'm the owner and founder of Scottsdale Financial Group. And our goal is to provide you answers to everyday questions about long-term care insurance. Do I need it? What does it cost? How does it work? So we have created an education center that you can actually go to get any of the questions that you have about long-term care. We've tried to address them in a very street level format. So definitely visit our education center if you have additional questions. One of the questions I'm asked often is, does a high net worth family, someone with a lot of assets, do they need long-term care insurance? And let me first define what I would consider high net worth. I would typically say somebody worth 5 million or more would be considered high net worth. And we have clients that come to us that are worth 3 million, 5 million, 20 million, 50 million, 100 million, asking us about, do they need long-term care insurance? And let me tell you what my traditional answer is. Typically the answer is no, you don't need long-term care insurance, because hopefully you have the assets available to pay for your own care. It's expensive, but if you have the funds to hire nurses, to pay for long-term care facilities, you don't need long-term care. But I will tell you, you still may want long-term care. So I want to talk to you a little bit about, why do my high net worth clients buy long-term care insurance almost every time I meet them? So the first part of the answer is no, you don't need it, but you may want it. So let me explain to you why my high net worth clients buy long-term care insurance. First of all, high net worth families love tax-free income. So when they're building out their portfolios to retire, they are looking for investments that provide tax-free income to keep their tax brackets at a minimum. Long-term care insurance, when you trigger a benefit, provides that benefit tax-free. So number one, the reason why my high net worth clients love long-term care insurance is it's a tax-free benefit. So that would be number one. Number two, high net worth clients love guaranteed leverage, and they understand it. And what I mean by that is, for every dollar you invest in premium, a long-term care insurance policy may provide back to you $3 for every $1 that you put in benefits. Some, depending on age and health, may provide you $4 to $5 for every dollar that you put in, and that's guaranteed. So high net worth clients love leverage as long as it's guaranteed. So when you look at a quote, look at what you're investing and look at what your return on that investment would be, guaranteed, if you triggered a benefit. So leverage is a big part of what high net worth clients are looking for. Reimbursement, that's another issue. If you look into long-term care and you look into some of the hybrid products, hybrid life, hybrid annuity, long-term care policies, they provide a reimbursement feature, which is typically a rider that you would place on the plan. And if you invest premium dollars and you never trigger a long-term care claim and you just pass away, a death benefit would be paid, which would, in most cases, provide much of what you've invested, maybe up to what you have invested, and in some cases even more than what you've put into the plan. So reimbursement is really an important feature that high net worth clients like. With the hybrid annuities, you may put $200,000 to $300,000 into an annuity that has a long-term care rider attached to it, and if you never use it, the annuity funds could then be transferred to the next generation. So it's a way for you to protect your investment if you have one of these types of plans that can provide a reimbursement feature. Guarantees. The hybrid long-term care plans, which are the most popular now, and I'm talking about a hybrid plan, which is different than a traditional plan, but a hybrid plan offers you guarantees. So you're not going to have the rate increases that the traditional long-term care plans often have. So high net worth clients love guarantees. Repurposing old annuities or old life policies, very, very common. A lot of my high net worth clients bought life insurance back in the day when they were in their 40s to protect their families if there's a premature death. Now my clients are in their 60s and 70s. They've accumulated a lot of wealth, so they don't need that old life insurance policy they bought 20 years ago. That policy may have $200,000-300,000 of cash value. We can take that cash value and use what's called a 1035 exchange and transfer that cash value without triggering a tax consequence into a hybrid life insurance policy that has long-term care benefits. And now we've taken an old life policy that you really don't need anymore, and we've repurposed it to a life policy with a minimum death benefit, but with long-term care benefits. So high net worth clients love to repurpose old product that they've forgotten about or ignore into something new that they are concerned about, which is long-term care. And in many cases, there's no premium. It's just using the funds in the old life policy to pay for the new long-term care plan. We can also do that with an old annuity. I have many clients that bought annuities in the past from other agents and they forgot about them. Those annuities are earning 3-4%. We can transfer the value of that old annuity to a new annuity that has a long-term care feature. So now that old annuity that would produce ordinary income can be transferred to a new annuity that provides you tax-free long-term care benefits. So it's a huge benefit. So for those of you high net worth families that have old annuities, old life insurance products, we can repurpose those. So again, it's something that the high net worth client that I work with, they had no idea that was available to them. So repurposing old insurance, old annuities is a way to actually obtain long-term care insurance. Inflation protection. Everybody worries about inflation. These plans have riders that you can actually attach a long-term care inflation rider that will grow at 3%, 4% every year you have the policy to keep up with the rate of inflation. So every high net worth client is sensitive to inflation. These plans are built to address that. And I think last but not least is peace of mind. Peace of mind is something that everybody's looking for. I don't care if you're high net worth or not. Knowing that your long-term care challenge is going to be handled with tax-free dollars, that you may get back a 3-to-1 leverage in benefit compared to what you've put into it. We're repurposing old products that you forgot about or you ignored, and now it becomes something that you can use now. One of these features that my high net worth clients really love, and I forgot to address it, is the concierge feature. So if you're a high net worth client and you work with a bank, typically you have a private banker, and if you have a banking need, you go to that private banker for anything that you need that the bank can provide, and that private banker is your go-to person to deal with all of it. A number of the long-term care plans that I work with have concierge services, which means you have a dedicated person that you can call every day to ask any question about what you have regarding your policy. How do the benefits work? What's covered? What's not covered? You may need to hire a nurse and you don't know where to go. These concierges have nursing facilities that they have vetted, that they can actually help you identify the right place to go to. They may be able to help you with transportation, scheduling, helping you find maybe the right doctors to see or the right long-term care facilities to visit. So these concierges are like private bankers. And again, it's not just about the person who needs the care, it's about the caregiver. So it may be a spouse or it may be a son or daughter. These concierges are lifesavers. It provides you a resource to get assistance while you're providing care for that loved one. So in conclusion, my high net worth clients, they don't need it, but in many cases they buy it because they love all the features. So I would highly encourage you, if you're a high net worth person, think about it. It's an asset that can only assist with transferring the bulk of your estate to the next generation. Why use your dollars when we can insure it and transfer that risk to an insurance carrier. And if you have unproductive assets sitting around that we can use, even better. So long-term care insurance, you may not need it, but you may want it. Thank you for visiting Aging with Confidence. I hope this has been helpful. Give us a call, visit our education center. We have a lot of answers to questions you may have about long-term care. Our goal is to be an education resource to you to help you make that educated decision. So thank you for visiting and take care.